Hello, you guys.
Hello, soul family.
We're at our new place in Tulum.
We're going to show it to you in a second. Saman, as we were preparing, YouTube flips us over. So we were
Yeah.
preparing, and Saman's like, let's show them our new house, at least the pool area. And he said, remember back in Costa Rica? Like, honestly, guys, when we were in Costa Rica, we were notorious. We would go YouTube live from our swimming pool. Remember those days, Saman?
Yeah, that was
We'd
so
be in
much
our
fun.
infinity swimming pool, and we'd be like, let's go on a YouTube live. And then 18 of us came to our first sold out retreat since we started this YouTube channel in
20.
2021 or whatever, sometime then. And you know what they all said to us? Like the day one, day two, day three, they were super like formal, and everything was, we were still cracking the ice, breaking the ice. Hi, everyone. And on the third day, they couldn't hold it. We just had the retreat and we were like done at 7:30 or 8 p.m. And they're like, Eldor and Saman, we just have so much to say to you. We love it when you guys do things like show us your house and make lives from your freaking swimming pool. We're like, really? You like that? Because we were not even thinking about it. And so today we're just going to start by showing you. Saman, you want to show them? We're going to show you a
We'll
sneak
give you
peek.
a
And then
little
we have
sneak
an
peek of the
amazing
place.
chat with you guys.
So this is our backyard. You can see our living room here. It's our kitchen. And this is it. We have a king-size daybed outside.
We manifested this, you guys. Everything we put on our manifestation
walking.
list.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Like that. Everything we put on our manifestation list literally is a culmination in this house. So first show them when we go in, I'll tell you about it. So first of all,
Yeah.
that's a saltwater pool because we don't do chlorine. Then show them the bed here.
Oh my goodness.
This king size bed, I literally put in my manifestation. I want a king size bed with just enough shade. So it has like a tarp above. So it's half sun, half shade. And we wanted an oasis. So we have like such an oasis. And here's the best part. I asked for a private office. I put it down on my intention list. And you see that room there?
Right.
It's a casita,
Okay.
which I'm going to make my own private office where I can just work. And Suman has his private office upstairs.
And a mini gym.
And
So it's like literally the manifestation of all our prayers. Like things we couldn't even have imagined. It's better than that. And this is the groundedness we so need right now as we go into 2024, because stability is where it's at right now.
oh,
I'm just seeing the hearts from
I
all
love you guys.
Thank
And also
you.
we put like a Lucifer, so many of you, everybody, hello. And we even put down like we want stable Wi-Fi. And this house, just like that, has this, so I don't even know how it works, but if the current, like the electricity goes out, the Wi-Fi continues. We have no idea how
There's
that
solar
works.
panels.
I don't know if that's the reason.
Wow.
And we put solar panels down. And here's the best part. We were doing a YouTube live not too long ago, and we were on fire. We were talking about the solar flash show. I don't even know what it was. And the power went out. And we said we would love a generator. This house has a generator. We don't know how to use it. So maybe Lucifer, when you come, you can help us figure it out or whatever. But we have no idea how to use it. But honestly, guys, this feels like the stability that Siman and I have been craving for the last 4 years. Many of you know our story. We left Canada on guidance, complete guidance and complete trust on Lionsgate 2020. So August 2020, we had a massive car crash. Our brand new SUV was totaled, and we got the guidance at that moment. Like, you've just walked through a portal. You're leaving Canada, and we didn't know that we were leaving and we would never go back. And we were told that things are going to get really shitty on Earth. And then COVID hit, and we were just in a bubble in Costa Rica. We were so protected. We didn't have to wear all those yucky masks and take all those horrible shots. We were just in a bubble. And we were always told that the first 4 years you're going to be in training. And we saw 2 astrologers. One was a galactic astrologer, one was another kind of astrologer. And they both said 2024 is when all of your lessons of mastery will be embodied and you'll be ready to just take off. And when I was getting ready, I have a message to share with you guys before we even start, you guys. That's what I was writing down, Saman. The guides were coming in so strong just now, 2 minutes ago, to remind all of you if you've had a really hard last 2 or 3 or 4 years, or even last hard 1 year, they want you to know it's not hard because you are deficient in anything. It's not hard because you're not high vibrational. It's not hard because, oh my God, Earth is such a horrible place. In fact, it's the opposite. Earth is such a melting pot of opportunity and celebration and history in the making right now, that all of the challenges and hurdles have been an attempt by our own higher selves to accelerate the fuck out of us and get us to walk through this very portal that we are going to dive into with some very juicy channel message. We've been getting a lot of messages about this April 8th solar eclipse, and our intention is to give you guys a galactic update, because there's a lot of updates. Every freaking person on social media is talking about it. And we haven't spoken that much about it because we felt like today was the day to
The
share a
information
galactic
that we just
perspective.
downloaded a few hours before this video, the White Wing Line Collective, Feline Collective of Sirius B came through, and we have information that nobody else is talking about. This is truly going to be a galactic perspective on the April 8th eclipse, as well as the 888 portal, as well as the 4444 portal. And we were shown that the 4 year of training that started on August 8, 2020, ends on April 8th, 2024. So it's like humanity's training phase was this past 4 years. And after April 8th, it's like we will share a lot more with you, but it's like all the timelines are going to start diverging. It's not going to be like we're in the same train track anymore. It has been sifted and sorted based on frequency and vibration. And now we're all going to be experiencing different realities on the same planet for a little while. And it might get a little confusing.
Yes.
Because there is going to be so many different frequencies, and everyone's frequency is invisible to the other frequency. Like we'll all be playing in different little bubbles, unaware of the other realities, or partially aware.
So lovely to see you all. Thank you for joining us live. This is a good one to join live because I posted in our private Discord channel today, where the New Earth Mystery School Discord channel, I said, guys, we literally have the feline collective, the white-winged feline collective in our living room. These are feline Christ consciousness beings, and they are from Sirius B. They're the most loving, wise. They're the architects of the ascension. And they come in peak times in our soul's evolution. And they came in a very major way in 2022 when they channeled the whole Markaba course through us. And today they came in very powerful, and we're going to share what they had to share. In fact, Saman actually got a very clear download that he's going to read out word for word about what they said. So what are we going to talk about in this video? Let's cover a little bit. So everyone's talking about April 8th, the solar eclipse. The whole world is talking about it. The news is talking about it, like everybody. And there's a lot of fear mongering. So today we're going to give you guys a galactic update, a multi-dimensional perspective, and we're going to give you a channeled response on what impact the solar eclipse will have on humanity. We're going to talk about tomorrow, which is a major portal to another portal, to another portal, to another portal. Literally, tomorrow's date is April 4th, 2024, and it's the 4444 portal, which I'll get into in a second. This portal is creating a 4-portal domino effect. The first one of that, April 8th, the solar eclipse. The second one is this year's 888 portal, which is August 8th, 2024. It's a massive portal also because it's Lion's Gate, and that's why the Feline Collective came in. It's the Sirius B portal. And then it's the 999 portal next year, which we'll get into in a second. We're going to talk about how to prepare for this solar flash, or the solar eclipse, and whether there'll be 3 days of darkness. How do we prepare? Like, what do we do when this day just happens? What do we do? And Saman also received a download about CERN. Everybody's talking about CERN and their nefarious activities. So we're going to give you
everybody's talking about CERN, but nobody knows what's happening. So I literally started by asking our guides, what's happening with CERN? What are they doing? What is their agenda? And they revealed some of that to us. So we'll share that with you. It's very exciting.
So first, let's start off with the channeled message that Saman's going to read out, and we'll take it to the next step.
So this literally came in an hour or two ago. We were just on the couch preparing, opening ourselves up and downloading all this information. And the way we did it was completely to go in a meditative place, clear our channels, open up our higher galactic channels, and connect with the guides. And I don't connect with any specific guide in the beginning because the questions may go in any direction. But the first question that I asked was, what is the biggest impact of the solar eclipse that we'll be having on April 8th? And what is the significance of this event for humanity? So I started getting a very clear response from the White Wing Feline Collective of Sirius B, who are my galactic guides from Sirius B. And they introduced themselves as the architects of the Ascension. So they come in when it's like very technical Ascension related questions that are being asked.
And before he starts, I have a very interesting story to share.
Oh yeah.
He was writing his notes.
This is the good writing, and this is the bad one.
He started writing, and this is his regular handwriting. So there was a lot of like scratch marks, and you can see it was a bit chaotic. He was just scribbling. And as he was scribbling, this is what he's going to read out to you. Their presence started making itself felt. And literally, look at this. Although I made this water mess.
Watermarks.
Look at how clear his handwriting got, crystal clear. We even made a video about it.
The energy became so pristine as soon as the Feline Collective came in. I felt like I'm in this moment of clarity, and my handwriting got better. I'm like, wow, thanks, guys. Thanks for improving my handwriting. Okay, so what came through is the general theme of the year 2024 in galactic terms is an ending of the age of duality. So what this means is the solar eclipse of April 8th is a cosmic reboot for planet Earth. And planet Earth is switching from its 3D duality operating system to a 5D crystalline quantum new Earth operating system. So what they're saying is, this is literally like this April 8th eclipse is going to be like a cosmic reboot of our planet. And the operating system which determines the reality we're living in is literally going to get a massive upgrade. So far, we've been in this duality playing field where there's all this opposition and war and chaos, but we're going to a crystalline operating system, which is a 5D quantum new Earth operating system where duality is ending. So people who are matching this frequency of the 5D operating system are literally going to see a reality where wars don't affect them, or eventually all of these timelines of war are not going to exist in our reality anymore. And that divergence is now going to be very visible in the next coming few years. So they said, we are the White Wing Feline Collective of Sirius B. We are the architects and engineers of planetary ascension. This is what we specialize in. Since the harmonic convergence of 1987, Earth has been destined for ascension. From a planetary perspective, this involves advanced portal mechanics to upgrade the grids and the chakras of Earth. We work from our command center in the center of the Earth, which is located in the sub-Earth portals of the Halls of Amenti. So if you haven't heard about the Halls of Amenti previously, they are intergalactic portal in the inner Earth. They were showing it to me like the liquid hot ball of gas or liquid hot ball of core iron, molten iron and crystal in the center of the Earth. These beings are in a higher dimension, so they can be in the middle of a supernova star, or they would not be affected by the temperature. So the inner Earth Hall of Amenti portal is very close to that ball of lava, or even within it, as I'm being shown. And it can only be accessed by ascended beings who are not in physical matter. Otherwise, you'd be incinerated. There's a certain schedule we follow to upshift the harmonics of this planet. So as humanity awakens and raises their consciousness levels, we raise the subharmonic Schumann resonance to dial in the next wave of solar energy towards the planet. So they're saying they're literally following a schedule, and as humanity is waking up to more and more truth of who we are and the events that have been unfolding on the planet and how this planet works, as we raise in our collective consciousness with these constant awakenings, they're the ones that measure the frequency of humanity and say, okay, they're ready to dial in the next solar wave, and then they engineer it. These beings are very powerful. They can affect our sun, they can affect our planet, and they're the engineers who are kind of, this ascension is a lockstep process. It's not something you can sloppily just do. There's so many variables that have to be synchronized, and it takes these kind of interdimensional engineering teams to architect all of this. So then they said, Since 2017, your planet has been going through a stellar activation cycle. This means that each year your planet aligns with certain star systems like Orion, Sirius, Pleiades, Andromeda, Arcturus, Lyra, Vega, and so on. Each of these star systems has a corresponding Stargate portal at various secret locations within the Earth. There are 12 Stargates in total on Earth currently, and 8 out of 12 of these have been activated.
That's amazing.
Okay, so there's 12 Stargate portals, we've mentioned this before, and 8 out of 12 have been activated. In fact, on April 8th,
On
Stargate
August 8th.
number 8 is being activated on the 888 portal this year, which is August 8, 2024. So August 8, 2024 is the date for the activation of Stargate portal number 8. And the April 8th eclipse is a preparation. So the April 8th eclipse is a preparation for the 888 portal where the actual Stargate will turn on. April 8th eclipse is a cosmic reboot for planet Earth, which is needed to prepare for the upgrade. Stargate number 8 is connected to Gaia. Okay, so we refer to Earth as Gaia, but they're referring to Gaia, which is an ascended planet in the higher dimensions. And Gaia is like a duplicate copy of planet Earth, but it's as if Earth was ascended already. What would it be like in a higher dimension where we're thousands of years advanced from our current state? So Gaia is a representation of the perfected ascended blueprint of planet Earth. And in fact, everything that happens on planet Earth, there's a template for that in Gaia's library. So Gaia is like a record keeper for the ascension of the Earth. So they're saying Stargate number 8 is connected to Gaia in this higher dimension. So there's a Stargate portal within Earth in the third dimension that connects with Gaia in the higher dimensions. So Gaia is the ascended version of Earth in the higher dimensions. And the opening of the Stargate portal on 888 will solidify the ascension timeline on Earth. The ascension is guaranteed and cannot be stopped. And they were very forthright about this. They were very upfront about this. They said, no matter what happens at this point, the events that have unfolded have prepared humanity enough that no matter what dark force or what variables come in, nothing can stop the ascension. At most, they can delay it by a few years, at most. Stargate number 8 is also connected to the Orion star system. And this year's 888 portal will be used to reverse the 666 matrix code to 999. So this is something we'll talk about later. But they're saying that the codes, there's certain quantum mechanics that have been reversed within the fields of Earth, within the grids of Earth, that keep humanity locked in a veil of illusion and forgetfulness. And these are known as the 666 codes. And the 888 portal is going to flip these 666 codes and complete them to 999. 666 keeps us in a repetitive loop of karma. 999 signifies completion. So when we pass through the 888 portal, we'll be kind of going towards our graduation ceremony on a consciousness level.
On a collective level.
On a collective
which
level.
is so exciting.
So this year's 888 portal will be used to reverse the 666 matrix codes back to 999, which is their original divine blueprint. Thus, September 9th of next year, 2025, which is a 9-year, 999 is the portal which signifies humanity's graduation, as you have completed the lessons of duality by then. So they're saying September 9th of 2025 will be the graduation of humanity in terms of consciousness. Yeah, we'll do that part later. So that's pretty much it.
Any questions, you guys? If you have any questions, let us know. We can channel it on the spot. Yes, that is so close, honestly. Does it have to do with the polar shifts? Yes, everything is connected right now. We're literally gearing up for the solar flash.
The polar shift is already underway. People who've been following the polar progress, the polar ice caps are no longer where they used to be. Since 2012, the magnetic north and south has actually flipped by 40%. So if in 2012 it was like this, it would be approximately like this by now. So it's already underway. It just takes longer
And what
than
is
we
the end
expect.
game of that?
The end game is that at one point the poles are expected to completely reverse, and
And that's by divine design.
yeah, that's by divine design, and this is something that's happened hundreds of thousands of years times in our history. The poles have reversed before, so this is nothing new. But every time the poles reverse, humanity makes a jump in our consciousness. We jump into a higher octave, a higher dimension.
I love
So
that. And you know, the way these beings always referred, like the Galactics or any of these ascended beings, they have done this, like Pleiadians, Arcturians, Andromedans, Syrians. They have done this many times. They have ascended, and now their whole divine service is to help planets like planet Earth ascend. And it's not just them who are helping. I want to make this clear. I want to get through to any of you who's listening to this for the first time. Every single one of us is actually helping in the same way. Many of us are from the future. And what that means is, if you look at the time graph of Earth or of this universe, many of us have inserted us. All time is happening right now. So ancient Egypt is right now. 20,000 years from now is right now. There's only one now moment. This is what the whole, like, it's all based on quantum. The quantum world is based on the fact that there's only this now moment. So what we've done is we've said, oh my goodness, there's a catastrophe about to happen on Earth that is taken over by the dark, whatever, deep state, those, 13 families, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of nefarious child trafficking, all kinds of very, very dark things happening in this third dimensional planet. Why? Because humanity had to learn through this experience of dark. How bad can it get if we allow ourselves to go to the dark? And then a collective cry will be sent out, and we can talk about that maybe. And when that collective cry is sent out, that's when the galactics are actually allowed to even help us, because they can go against our free will. And what has happened is that many of us have said, let's go back in time, insert ourselves exactly in whatever year you were born, 1970, 1980, whatever the case may be, to help with the ascension. Like Saman and I, and I'll tell you what the guide said yesterday, they were even realigning us on our divine mission. So Saman and I, we literally feel like we are here to welcome the children. We feel like the children are so activated. So the new children, I'm talking about the new children that are coming to Earth and have already started coming to Earth. They are brilliant. They're fully open psychically.
and
But
they're the 144,000 frequency holders, a lot of them.
a lot of them are, they're just naturally coming into Earth fully activated. I have goosebumps as I'm talking about them. And these children need elders. They need people who can hold their frequency. And I have goosebumps constantly. And the elders of Earth right now are being groomed. So Siman and I have always been told that, Siman and Eldora, your training is to help these children, because these children don't know how to deal with darkness. These children don't know how to live in a third dimensional world. Yes, they're fully activated, but they have no idea how to come from a higher dimension into this dark planet. So Saman and I have always been told that your safety, the safety that you cultivate in your sacred container, because everybody who comes into our events, the one unanimous frequency that we hear, no matter who the person is we have never felt more safe in our lives. Like that sense of safety. And all I mean by that is there's no judgment. There's no messy business. It's just pure divine frequency of unconditional love, where you can just watch miracle happens. And the more miracles happen for you, the happier we are. So it's like constant goosebumps. So these children are literally a big part of many of our divine mission. So let's go into tomorrow. So many people are talking about April 8th, but I don't know if anyone's talking about April 4th, which is tomorrow. And what we're being shown is that April 4th, 2024 is a major portal. And it's super simple, like for you guys to understand. But look, April 4th is a 4. And then April 4th. So April is a 4, 4 is a 4, 2024. So when the way numerology works is when you add 2 and 2, that's a 4. And the last 4. Do you guys see? April 4th, 2024. So 4, 4, 2 plus 2 is 4, and then 4. So it's the 4, 4, 4, 4. It's a quadruple Stargate portal. And this was completely downloaded. We haven't heard this anywhere. This is, in fact, I don't think anyone's talking about it, which is why we're like surprised that there's a lot of focus on 4, 4, 4, 4 when everybody's talking about April 8th instead. So Right now, this is the portal we have just walked through. Who here feels like you guys just walked through a portal? Honestly, tell me if it's a my like Saman and I is undoubted. We just walked through a portal. And like for the last 4 years, we've been going through immense training, how to deal with all kinds of Airbnb owners, how to deal with narcissists. Like a major curriculum for me, and I'll read your comments in a second, a major curriculum for me, because ultimately we are going through our curriculum. I want you guys to absorb this. We are going through our personal curriculum in order to get to the next step. So let's say, I want you to just absorb this. So let's say this is you. And let's say around you, there's Timmy and Nisha and Martin and Joyce. And let's say each of them is either being a narcissist or being your abuser or being very, very unconditionally loving. Whatever the case may be, this is you and there's people around you. What I want you to grasp at a deep level today is that every single person that you are seeing in your reality, every single person is here to reflect to you what you need to learn in order to get to the higher level of your reality. Okay. So the last 4 years for Saman and me have been, like, for me personally, how to not get into disgust. So I would go into severe disgust while dealing with a lot of Airbnb owners. And then I'd be like, oh my God, I have to do quantum healing and heal this disgust and get to the root cause. And I'm going to give you a very, very powerful affirmation that I used to get rid of this disgust. What was it? I wasn't even planning to talk about it. It says, okay, like one simple thing.
About
other people. So a lot of Airbnb owners are very cheap. Like they're cheap in their disposition. It's not like, oh, these are our guests, let's take care of them. So I had this affirmation that I embedded into myself through quantum healing. People have a right to be cheap, and I have no right to judge them. Okay, now this is just one of millions. Many of you, if I ask you what lessons are coming up, you may have no idea what lessons are coming up. But what if I told you that Saman and I micro-analyze everything in our life as a lesson? That's how we're flying. So
not in other people, in ourselves.
In ourselves.
Most people microanalyze others.
Yeah, we microanalyze ourselves. So it's like, why am I disgusted by her cheapness? Because I'm judging it. I have no right to judge her cheapness. Or why, if she's not in integrity. So guess what? What we do is when we part with these abusers or whatever we call them, we part with gratitude and we say, thank you for coming to teach us these lessons, because that's what it's all about. Now we walked through this portal into this house, which literally feels like a culmination of all the last 4 years of lessons, living with different kinds of Airbnb owners. And now finally, we were always told this in 2024, your stability will come. Remember, 4 years, they've always, and now finally we have that stability, that calm.
Even this time of our vortex taking off, this was prophesized years ago.
Yeah.
And like clockwork, everything's coming true. And that's because a lot of people right now are walking through a portal where you'll find contracts ending, you'll find marriages ending, you'll find relationships ending. So a lot of changes are going to happen.
I love that. Didi says, I microanalyze myself all the time. That's amazing, guys. Ultimately, that's what our superpower is, to microanalyze ourselves and not judge others. It's easy to say, oh, I judge her, I don't like her, I don't like him. What in you doesn't like the other person? Work on that. Boom, fireworks. So let me tell you the major characteristics. And don't forget, we have to talk about that. There's a main symbolism. I'm going to write this down so we don't forget. There's a main symbolism of what this whole portal is here to do. And Saman's going to get into that next. But first, let's talk about April 4th and the portal that we're just walking through right now. So the major theme, and this is what the guides are saying, they're saying old contracts are being wrapped up and new contracts are beginning. And the way it was shown to us is there's a major bifurcation happening, a major bifurcation of timelines happening. And Saman was shown, we were both being given like different parts of the same puzzle. And he was shown, tell them about the 4-4-4-4 train track analogy.
So when I was tuning into the energy of 4-4-4-4 portal and I asked the guys to show me what's the biggest significance of 4-4, they said, which is tomorrow, by the way, they said, they just showed me 4 train tracks. And they showed it to me in a way that 4 train tracks until 2024 have been going parallel to each other in the same direction. They're still in the vicinity of the train station. And after 2024, they're all going to start diverging and going towards their own destinations. And that means that it doesn't mean that it's too late for someone if you want to
It's never too late.
or if you want to start making changes in your life. But now the energy starts moving forward much faster.
Very
so it's like the
fast,
momentum
yes.
that you've built in the last 4 years is going to start helping you in a very positive way. So people who are already on the path, who are already doing the work, cleansing themselves and raising their vibration and their thoughts and emotions, these people are going to start skyrocketing in their abundance. They're going to start magnetizing things they desire.
I love that. And many of us are walking this portal. So again, I'm asking you guys, sorry, I didn't get your comments last time. Let me know, say yes if you feel, oh my God, I'm walking through the portal. I want to know how many of you resonate with this. And please don't forget to hit the like button. If you love this content, just hit a like button because that helps the algorithms. Okay. So also another thing they're saying is that these contracts are ending because a lot of your contracts, a lot of your soul contracts, amazing. All of the people are saying yes. Many are saying yes. We just entered. Yes, exactly. So what's happening is that your contracts are being up leveled, meaning a lot of 3D duality contracts of one grade, you can say one grade, are ending. And you're moving into a higher grade of consciousness where the lessons are easier because you've computed the hard ones. So we're literally going up a level. And this can show up in your life in literally any way. Like in our life, it's showing up as everything. April 1st, our old house lease ended, just like magic. We didn't plan it to be this way. Somehow it always works like magic. The old house is ending, the car lease ended, everything. April 1st was like a hard stop for many things. There were two healers that Siman and I were working with, and all of a sudden we felt like our contract with them is over. We're ready for new healers, or whatever the case may be. It's like we're just up leveling in all our choices because we've up leveled. We've walked through a portal, and now new people, new opportunities, new timelines will be attracted and magnetized to us. So once again, the guides are saying value all the lessons, shift your perspective, because 5D, this fifth dimensional existence or reality, is all based on the mind. So if you're judging how hard it has been or judging your lessons, you're judging instead of going into gratitude. So when you're judging, you're in victim mindset, which is a very low vibration. Just like that, you flip the frickin' switch, you move into gratitude, and all of a sudden you're like, I am an empowered person in gratitude for my lessons. So all of a sudden your vibration shifts, and that's how you play the game. You keep switching every lower frequency, you switch it up to a higher frequency. And that's what we're going to get into next about how to do that for 888. Okay, so yesterday, and the new contracts beginning. So a lot of new contracts are coming in, and these are aligned to the higher frequencies of anchoring new earth. So this may show up in your relationships. This may show up in your friendships. If there are relationships in your life, including your romantic relationships, including your closest friends that are not aligned to the higher frequencies, this is a very strong message coming in. Instead of fearing the jump or not feeling like you're capable to make this jump, you're being asked to make the jump because the universe will catch you. The universe will support you. Make that jump, because unless you make that jump, you don't even know how tightly this current reality that you think is so amazing, even though it has its quirks and your settling is keeping you stuck. When you let it go is when you can truly make the jump.
And when she's saying make the jump, what it really means is letting go of anything that feels suffocating in your life.
Yes.
It's very simple.
Exactly. So simple. So right now, so yesterday, Siman and I got very aligned by our guides. They started coming in yesterday and they asked us, they said, okay, what do you think you're on earth for, Siman and Eldora? Tell us. So we had this long list. We're like, oh, yeah, we're here to raise our vibration. We're Ascension master teachers, and that's because we are master students of the Ascension. Ascension is our North Star. We are quantum healers, and we want to teach the whole of Earth how to heal themselves to the T, because ultimately, I want to share something very important with you. Many of you think this is so fucking important. Many of you think that you can exit the matrix or unplug from the matrix with the mind, like, oh, I'll stop paying taxes if I do this. I'll do this and I'll exit the matrix. I'll move out of my city and I'll exit the matrix. What if I told you that unplugging from the matrix has nothing to do with any of these? It is the only way you can unplug from the matrix is by doing quantum healing on yourself to shift from the inside out. So I gave you a small example in the past. I was disgusted by cheapness. I was judging cheapness until I realized, who the hell am I to judge cheapness? I'm sure I've been cheap a million times in my life. Why should I be disgusted by someone else? So in the last 4 years, a lot of these lessons came up for me and for many of you, for Saman, myself, all of us. And what exiting the matrix is by flipping the switch on every little thing that comes up, addictions, lower, like ego harmonization. And that's when you start raising your vibration, and all of a sudden you've unplugged from the matrix. And so what they asked us was, so Laura and Saman, what are you here to do? So we gave them a long list. Like, we have a YouTube channel. We're here to teach them in our mystery school. We're teaching people how to connect with their higher self, activate them, like House of Ra festivals. And the guides replied in very short words. This was them aligning us. You know what they said? I'm going to read it for you word for word. They said, and this alignment is also happening because we're walking through this portal right now. It wasn't random. It was very portal oriented. So they said, Eldor and Saman, your biggest role on planet Earth is to be representatives of the House of Ra, to anchor in the frequencies of new Earth into the grids of Gaia. And that one statement of them opened up a whole download. How do we do that? House of Ra was a channeled concept that Ra channeled through us in 2020 when we were still in Canada. We had no idea what it was. We were guided to get the houseofra.com website, which was $5,000 at the time to buy. COVID, everything was locked, but the guidance was get it. So we bought it. We purchased the domain. Very shortly, we were guided that the first launch party of House of Ra is going to be in Miami, of all places. That's the last place I want to do a party, because I'm more like a Tulum, Costa Rica, Bali, that kind of vibe. I'm like, Miami, no. And they're like, Miami is where Atlantis energies are very prevalent. And right now,
no offense, Miami.
Oh my God, it's too dark. It's too dark. It's too much. All of the world feels that way, though.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm just saying Miami, and Miami was also so expensive. It cost us $150,000 to do that party. It was so expensive. We didn't make any money, but that's not the point. It was hard. Everything was hard. But the guides were like, start in Miami, and this is a part of the download. They said what happens is when you do. And so what we did was 200 people from all over the world flew in. That was the launch. And we did, and this is what the guides reminded us. They said, out of everything you do you know what the most important thing is that you're not even thinking of? The most important thing is your Gaia land healing ceremonies that you've been doing since 2020 at your House of Ra events and all your retreats, where all the participants bring in 50 to 100 crystals, like quartz crystals, and we create a giant sacred geometry grid, giant, like Miami grid was like huge. It was like 10 feet in diameter. It was huge. And there were so many crystals, they were under the tables. And we do Gaia land healing, where we create a pillar of light to the highest dimensions and to Earth, and we set powerful intentions. We pray for humanity. We charge these crystals up with Christ consciousness, and then people like you, soul family from all over the world, take these crystals, and they said you did that in Miami. Then you did that in Tulum, in the House of Ra Festival. You created a 12D pillar in Tulum with the crystal healing, Gaia land healing. And then they said you did it in Croatia, one of the darkest prison matrices of the world, of Earth. You did it in Croatia. Then you did it in Tulum again at your retreat. And now again, this 888, you're going to be doing it at your House of Ra Ascension Festival in Tulum for the 888 triple Stargate portal. They said that is what you're here to do. That is what's going to magnetize the new Earth leaders. That is what's going to magnetize the children, because House of Ra is the sexiest Ascension Festival on the planet because of how pristine, divine, multidimensional, explosive, and activating this frequency is. And House of Ra has a soul contract with the higher realms, and we both are very, very, very connected to the law of one. Like ancient Egypt, Atlantis, every past incarnation that we remember is we're directly working with the law of one in teaching the teachings of the law of one, which is the opposite of what religion teaches. And they said in the past lifetimes, you've been scoffed and marked for your teachings, and in this lifetime you are coming in as a divine representatives of House of Ra. I'm getting emotional. And they're saying this deity, I can't even call it a company, this energy called House of Ra, this consciousness, it's the highest frequency I've ever felt in my life. And you can hear it through our music. If you guys are interested in hearing this frequency, go to mixcloud.com/House of Ra. You'll see the Croatia set, you'll see the Tulum set, and this will show you the frequency of House of Ra. We are very particular about our music, and it's all 432 hertz music. And we channel Metatron, we channel Yeshua, we channel Mother Mary in the music. So it's very Metatronic sacred geometry frequencies that are very activating to your soul. So go check it out, mixcloud.com/House of Ra. And the guides aligned us and said, out of everything you're doing, you are here to anchor. House of Ra is the anchor of New Earth. So that was our alignment yesterday, you guys.
And this August 8th, we're going to be hosting our House of Ra Ascension Festival in Tulum, in Hilton. And
at the Hilton Tulum, yes.
And the best news I have for all the families out there who want to come to an Ascension Festival, Hilton is so family friendly. They have a huge water park and play area outside for children, and they have a full-on daycare that's available till like 9 p.m.
And it's amazing daycare.
So there's going to be lots of fun for children there, and children are welcome, and adults are going to be like children too. So we're going to have lots of fun.
And you know, I have this, so we're doing this cenote house. So our party where we both DJ, we have 3 dance parties, but the day we DJ, we're going to be doing it in a cenote club. So we're going to be DJing cenote club. Imagine sunrise. And we haven't even gone into our updates. We'll do that in a second. I have more updates that we have to share about the 144,000 frequency, about CERN, and a little bit more about April 8th. But since we started House of Ra, let's finish the thought. So we're going to do a cenote party where we start with an opening DJ will open for us. We'll all be swimming in the cenote. We'll be dancing. And then Saman and I will come. We both are DJs, by the way. We channel galactic frequencies. He's a veteran DJ and I'm more a baby DJ. But I'm a baby
She's
DJ.
A Ra child.
But my DJ name is Ra child. And when I DJ, you'll all think I've been doing it for 15 years. I just have it.
She's picking up DJing really well. And like right now, the way our DJing dynamic is going, it's like fire.
So we're going to have a cenote party. And on that day, we're all going to go off-site in a bus and the kids will be in the daycare. So in activations and all of that, Christ consciousness activations, the kids won't be there. They'll be in the daycare, but they'll be invited to the dance parties, like all kinds of different events. So guys, mark the date. This festival is going to be August 7th to August 12th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 5 nights. And August 8th is going to be our angelic ceremony on the freaking Lionsgate,
on the
Stargate portal, where we are literally going to be saying powerful. Who here can feel the energy? Tell me if you can freaking feel the energy. I can, like I'm going hot. And basically we're going to be setting powerful prayers for humanity, saying prayers, saying intentions for ourselves, and in this mega charged angelic ceremony. And we're going to blast it up, you guys. You'll feel activated.
And if you're thinking as a light worker, what can I do on these portals to make a difference in the world? This is what we can all do.
Yes.
Come together in these kind of festivals and gatherings of the light and set world intentions, prayers, plant crystals. And we're changing timelines by doing this. Thousands of our soul families already planted crystals all over the world. And right now we have like a 12D crystalline grid going. And we tap into this grid anytime we want to set intentions for this ascension. So we're working with the higher realms and these crystalline grids to raise the frequency of the planet. And this is all of our collective service to
and
humanity.
Wait till you guys see the freaking website. It literally feels like somebody is working from the law of one family. Because Saman and I are very in our feminine frequency now. We're being trained on how to channel more and not spend all of our time doing websites. And literally, like our graphic designer Tigris, our project manager Olivia, our other project manager Liara, everybody, they just submit stuff to us and we're like, our mouth is graping. We align them, like get rid of this, add this, change the colors, but it's getting so easy. And the House of Ra website is drool worthy. It's the best website I've ever seen in my life, and it'll be up in a few weeks. Okay. Oh, and if any of you is like, I have to get on the House of Ra wait list so that I don't, like you're watching us for the first time and you're like, I need to be on that wait list so I don't miss the announcement. You can do that. Just go to info, write to us, info@houseofra.com, right? Is that our email address? Yes. info@houseofra.com, or you can do our general mailbox, which is info@nems.love, nems.love, and just write House of Ra waitlist, please add me. And our team will add you right away. So you'll be the first one to get the email. Okay, so another message we got, and this is also very guided, is that this is an abundance portal. So what I was shown very clearly is that those of us who have been working on our creator power, everybody pay attention, everybody listening pay attention, because every single one of you is walking through this portal in one way or the other. If you have really tapped into and realized, like, oh shit, I'm a creator, I can create anything I want. I can create $1 million. I can create my dream home. I can create that eco living that I've been craving. I can spend $20,000 on a spiritual leadership training course. I can do anything. I can go to House of Ra. I can go to your retreat, because my only job is to raise my vibration. If you've realized you're a creator power being, and you're not in victim consciousness, you're not in, oh, somebody come save me, earth is getting too hard. What's happening is there's a massive jump you are walking through right now. It's an abundance portal. And oh yeah, and what they were saying is that because of this jump, collaborations are going to start magnetizing to you. One of the other intentions we have with House of Ra is for it to be a collaboration of new earth networks. We attract a certain frequency. We like to, it's a non-egoic, heart-centered, divine, sacred container. So it attracts a certain, the other day, someone I know, she's very, very well off and a very, very big businesswoman. I respect her. She made a post saying, I just went to a festival in Costa Rica recently. And she's like, I was disgusted. I waited a year to go. They sold out so fast. And she's like, I just am not feeling it. And to that comment, 100 people responded saying, same here, we're done with festivals. We're done. We can't camp like hippies anymore. We're sick of porta potties. We don't feel any frequency. Everybody's there just to, hit on each other. That is where House of Ra is different. It's the opposite. We are a luxury festival company. We do it in upscale venues. The frequency is pristine. Everybody is blasted open in their hearts. So what they're saying is that these collaborations are going to start magnetizing to you. Oh, another thing they said was, all of this, how many people are waiting for Nasara Jasara forever? This is our version of Nasara Jasara. This is the abundance portal we're walking through. And what that means is we are educating. Okay, this is important. We are not waiting, oh, somebody tell me how to do it, but we're taking control and we're saying, okay, I'm not going to waste money on stupid things like a fancy Louis Vuitton, like the 3D days. I'm going to invest in my ascension. I'm going to invest in raising my vibration. And guess what? I will buy some crypto if crypto resonates with you. Saman and I are getting into crypto. And in fact, we might even do a live with a company that gave us training on how to invest in crypto, because part of our divine mission is also empowering you all to do it. So the way it was shown to me just today, this morning, is that crypto is skyrocketing. Gold is still very undervalued. It feels like the cabal, they're buying all the gold because they know it's very undervalued. And
they're also buying a lot of crypto.
Yeah, and it's going to explode, right? Anytime now. The whole world is waiting for it. The cabal also started this baby trafficking coin. They said crypto is all like, the cabal, they know how to deter light workers from buying things. They called it the baby trafficking coin. And many of us, even Saman and I, we were watching for a while. We said, oh, we have to look into this. But we feel that was self-sabotage, meaning that was like a sabotage tactic. It literally feels like right now, Nasara Jasara is the underground network. Crypto is not affiliated to the government. Crypto is independent of the government. And what that means is they cannot control your crypto. You're like Bitcoin, for example, or Ether, or Ripple even, right?
Yeah.
All these, whatever cryptos. So they're saying all of this is us giving light workers and people who are working on their ascension a chance to get on this bandwagon and buy a little bit of silver, buy a little bit of gold, buy a little bit of crypto, whatever. We're not advising you find land. Exactly. Land is going to hold its value. And this is a message coming in. If any of you own land, don't sell it. This is not the time to sell. Hold land. This is a message we got for ourselves recently, because land is just going to explode when the economy crashes. So all of this is going on, you guys. And where should we take this next? I think we should
Let's talk about the 144 now.
Okay. Yeah. So before he goes into 144, I'll tell you how this even came about. I asked a question when Saman was channeling. We were both channeling, but at the point when the white winged feline collective was channeling through him, I just hit them with a question. I said, out of everything, what is the most, like, the significance of this April 8th? Like, out of all the theories, all the stories, what is happening from a galactic perspective? And I loved what they said. It really resonated.
Right. So I didn't write this down, but I'm gonna just speak because I'm still in that energy and I'm connected to the guides very strongly, and especially the White Wing Feline Collective is here very present with us. So when we asked what is the biggest impact the April 8th eclipse will have on humanity, they showed me the children, and they showed me how the children are the frequency holders of New Earth. So there were three waves of humanity that incarnated, three waves of light workers who have incarnated on this planet. The first wave are probably in their 70s and 80s at this point. The second wave is us, people who are in their 20s, 30s, and 40s. And the third waves are children who were born since 2010 onwards, 2010 and 12. So they're showing us that by the time that all of this duality on Earth is supposed to be wrapped up, which is 2036, the children of 2012 will be in their prime. They'll be 20 somethings and getting into their prime. And the second wave, which is us, our role on Earth was to level the playing field and to clear the path for the children, which is what we're doing by sharing this truth on YouTube and all these social media channels. We're exposing all of these sinister, dark agendas so that humanity doesn't buy into the system anymore. So within the next decade, it'll be more wake-up calls, but the main activation that humanity is receiving on April 8th, 2024 is going to be the activation of the 144,000 Christed frequency. And this is a very powerful frequency. It is the frequency of souls that represent the army of God. We believe we're amongst them. Many of you all in the audience resonate with the 144. If you do, you'll be seeing 144 everywhere.
We've
in
been
your
seeing
clock,
it non-stop.
You'll be seeing it in random license plates. You'll be seeing it in shops. Everywhere you go, you'll be seeing 144 at least once a day.
We've been
There's
seeing
no, like,
it's like 414.
There's no like logical way to say you know it. If you know it, you'll see all the
Yes.
signs,
Yes.
right? So we're from the family of the 144,000 frequency holder. Who are the big players in this frequency? Melchizedek, Metatron, Yeshua, Isis, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, and so many other, Kuan Yin, the pantheon of gods and goddesses from Egypt, Atlantis, Father Thoth.
The guides are actually asking
Ashtar
us.
command.
They're saying include yourselves. Don't
Include ourselves.
The Eldora, Saman, own it.
We're the ground crew. We're the ground
I can
crew.
own it. I can say we are 144,000 Christed blueprint holders in the depth of our being. Who here can just say it?
And
say it now. Claim it. It's not just them. They're saying stop giving us all the credit.
Family.
We are all the pure ones, you guys. We are the purest ones. Say it. Yes, I'm
Claim
a 144,000 blueprint holder. Claim
and
it.
this isn't like a closed out club that nobody can join. If you're a light
It's a
worker, you're here
frequency.
on your mission and you want to embody the 144,000 frequency, then it's open to you.
Yes.
It's not like you need an invite. We never got an invite. We invited ourselves to this club, right? So we know what our mission is. We know who we are as souls. And on April 8th, with this cosmic reset that we're about to receive, the Christ consciousness from the highest dimensions, from the great central sun, will be anchored into the grids of Gaia. And once that happens, humanity will have an awakening. It'll be like an awakening that we've never had before. It'll be like a remembrance of our powers. It'll be like a remembrance of our greatness as masters when we walk this planet in past lifetimes. And we'll literally go up an octave in our level of awareness, level of ability, and the shift on this planet will just skyrocket after that. Like nothing can stop what's coming.
Yes.
That's what's happening on April 8th.
You know how I was shown the 144,000 frequency? I think you covered it. I was shown very clearly that this April 8th, 2024, those of us that are holding the 144,000 frequency within our matrix are going to experience a tangible upleveling in all aspects of our lives. In all aspects of our lives, in our abundance, our joy, our divine mission, everything that we are here to do, it will just jump up and it's going to be very tangible. So let's go into how to prepare for this solar eclipse. So we asked, how do we prepare? Like, what do we do when it's April 4th or April 8th? And we were just guided 5 minutes before we started live. We were guided that on April 8th, we're being asked to host a Facebook/Instagram live where we do collective intentions for humanity. And we were told that this is going to be our biggest service, all of us. So all of you are welcome. Please invite all your friends, all your light worker friends who, even if they're not super on their ascension path, but they're good people and they want to pray for humanity and themselves, invite them. I guess we'll do it at 1:11 Tulum time, because that's right when the eclipse is happening on April 8th. So our Facebook is Eldora Siman, and so is our Instagram. There's a lot of like fake accounts floating around. So Eldora Siman, that's it. It's Eldora Siman is on Instagram and Facebook. So join us please on April 8th at 1:11 Tulum time, which happens to be 2:11 New York time, okay? So how do we prepare? 3 days of darkness, what they're saying, a lot of people are talking about 3 days of darkness. Somebody asked us this in our community. And what they're saying is this 3 days of darkness is just a symbolism of a reboot in consciousness. It's not so literal. We have not received any guidance that, oh, you have to have food ready or power will go out. But that doesn't mean it won't happen. We just haven't been made aware of it whatsoever. That being said, we've always said, we are not fans of being hoarders. Like there are some people who hoard like 6 months of supply in their basement. What if one day there's a famine? And that's like a very different way of thinking that we don't resonate with. Have a week, 10 days of food supplies, like some non-perishable stuff. If you're really worried, have a few extra candles. But the most important thing is to recognize and realize that we're really not alone on Earth. We have the galactics watching our frequency of the planet on a minute by minute basis on their motherships. We have thousands of motherships supporting us. We have Ashtar Command protecting us. We literally have the Galactic Federation of Worlds, the Galactic Police. We have angels, ascended masters, like all the focus is right now on Earth. Why? Because Earth is ascending. Gaia is ascending. A slave race is ascending. This is huge. This is like magnificent. So they're saying, don't worry, don't go into any fear, because FEAR is false evidence appearing real to completely fuck you up. They're saying keep your vibration high, do what you need to do, get 10 days of food and forget about it. And if there's a blackout, fine, enjoy some candlelight. If there's no blackout, big deal.
But to the best of our knowledge, there's no blackout associated with the April 8th eclipse.
Yeah, we've never heard of it. And what else? They're saying, oh yeah, on April 4th and April 8th, if you have like a crazy busy job or crazy busy deadlines, just keep the energy slightly open so you can meditate, you can set intentions, you can join our intention setting and prayer ceremony, which is going to be on Instagram and Facebook on April 8th at 1:11 Tulum time. Do things like that. And maybe, just have a lighter day. Don't go crazy on that day. Meditate and whatnot.
It's a very powerful day for manifesting.
And also right now, what they're saying is declutter. I'm hearing declutter. If your house is cluttered, it means your energy inside you is cluttered. So declutter, and also declutter your way of thinking. And I'm going to get into this because the guides are really pushing me about it. I ignored it, but my guides are pushing me. So what do I mean by declutter the way you think? There was somebody here who very aggressively said, let him speak. Now, this is what they mean by declutter your mind, your judgments, your narcissism on people. Everybody is sitting here, filling us with hearts and gratitude and love and excitement. And there's this one person who's sitting like, what is that energy? That's narcissism. That's abuse. It's not doing you any.
It's also need for control.
Yeah, it's like you're trying to control. You're trying to insult. You're trying to find fault. You're trying to judge. What they're saying is declutter your mind, body, and spirit. So start with your house, start with your friendship, start with your relationship, start with how you think. Like that's extremely rude to say, let him speak. is a reflection of where you are vibrating. It's a reflection of where you are. It's got nothing to do with us, right? We will speak as we speak. This is our YouTube channel. If you're not happy with how we speak, you leave.
And we always show up on YouTube like we're having tea with friends. We don't say, hey, you shut up and you speak.
Yeah,
That's not how you are with
or
friends.
Or how about
right?
I
We're
say
like,
to you,
easy.
hey, you're low vibration, get out of here. We don't speak to you like that. We come at you with love. We're here as family. We're all soul family. So they're saying really declutter your thoughts, because your mind is where the dark entities like to control you. That's all dark entity control. So declutter your body, mind, and soul. And what else? Eat light food. So we've started doing that very much. We don't eat meat anymore. 4 years ago, when the lions were like channeling through us, we were eating like lions. We were eating lamb all the time. And now we're almost completely vegan or pescatarian. We eat fish and lots of juices. We're always drinking juices. By the way, this is a rosemary hibiscus juice with very little agave, and it's like heavenly. So they're saying eat light.
And even fasting is highly recommended.
Yes.
April 4th and April 8th, fasting is highly recommended.
And the last thing before we end off is the important download of CERN that Siman received. So maybe you tell them what CERN is first.
Yeah,
For those.
so CERN is basically this physics experiment that was created in Switzerland. It's also known as the Large Hadron Collider. I'm not an expert, but basically it's like a circular device that spans several miles, and it's in Switzerland. And it's a particle accelerator. So they kind of, my physics is very weak. So what I heard was they shoot particles at each other, and through the very fast accelerated contact of these particles, many black holes are created, or subportals are created in the atmosphere above. Now, this isn't confirmed, but I've also heard on the rumor mill that weird stuff has been happening above the sky where CERN's located. Like literally people are like looking at the sky and like a dark portal opens up and then suddenly it closes. So I didn't know what was going on with CERN. So I presented this question to our guides, and the same White Wing Feline Collective came in, and this is what they shared with us. So they said, this eclipse is one of the most powerful phenomenon that Earth has witnessed so far. The powers that control your world are attempting to counteract the energies of the solar eclipse by creating a gigantic dark portal that will pull the planet into an alternative timeline. This will not succeed. They will fail because they are working against the laws of this universe. Okay, so that's good news. They're trying something. They're also shooting some missiles. And I didn't ask about the missiles, but I'm
NASA,
downloading
right?
this information right now. I didn't ask them about the missiles, but NASA has created a subsidiary called APEP. And under the disguise of APEP, which is some weird acronym, they're planning to shoot some missiles at the same time as the CERN experiment, or around that time. I didn't ask about this earlier, but the download that I'm receiving currently about the missiles is that the missiles are not like explosive missiles. They have telemetry and reading equipment in it, and the missiles are going to be shot directly into space, and they're trying to create a portal that spans the entire circumference of the Earth. So they want to create a portal so large that the whole Earth can pass through it, and it's going to be a dark portal so they can be more in control. And the missiles are just there to create, to get the readings and the telemetry for this experiment. That's how it's being shown to me. So
say that last part again.
So the missiles are being, so imagine this is Earth, and CERN is creating like this huge portal around Earth, like in space. So to get the readings and telemetry from this portal, APEP is going to be shooting 3 missiles towards the portal. And they're not like exploding missiles. They're more like to get readings and feedback the information to the scientists. That's what's being shown to me. And I haven't heard anyone else talk about this.
So they are being done for nefarious reasons?
Yes. They're working in synchronization with CERN. So both are related as far as I'm being shown.
Got it. And the most important reminder is to focus on what we need to focus on.
Yeah,
because the news is going
they
crazy.
already said they're not going to succeed. They said they will not succeed because they are working against the laws of this universe, and there are higher laws in play. What they don't realize is that Earth has already been pulled into the photon belt since the harmonic convergence of 1987. Thus, Earth has been pulled into an ascension timeline that cannot be reversed any longer, no matter what they do. The Dark Ones, also known as the World Management Team, are cornered in this timeline because of the karmic laws. The karmic laws are a lot stricter in the photon belt. So when you try to do nefarious things to control others, it's going to hit you right back. It's not going to work. So they don't understand these laws. So they're just scrambling at this point. You may have noticed that all of their actions over the past few years are becoming desperate. They know that their days of anarchy and control are ending soon. Every unjust act they carry out will backfire against them. Their truth is being exposed to the masses every single day, and their sinister agendas are no longer secret. Millions are awakening to the dark reality of this world and the cabal and agendas. In the past, people would have totally been ignorant of CERN and gone about their daily lives. However, today, CERN, starting an experiment on April 8th, is garnering so much attention that on the social media that it's almost breaking the internet.
Wow.
So they're saying in the past they could get away with these things, but now they can't. Everybody on the internet's talking about it. So there's no more secret. The cat's out of the bag. So they're saying the cabal's biggest weapon used to be their secrecy, right? Quoting the Hollywood film The Usual Suspects, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. Quoting the Hollywood film The Usual Suspect, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was to convince people that he does not exist. Okay? So they're using that quote and saying, in kind of like a tongue-in-cheek humor, they're saying this is the line they fed to humanity in their brainwashing operations, that the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was to convince people he doesn't exist. Well, that's not the case anymore. We all know who's who. Now that the people are aware of the cabal, they have lost their ability to control the masses, which is what we're seeing on a daily basis. Over the next few years, we believe that 90% of the population will awaken to these sinister agendas, and the cabal will be facing their final trials before they are forced to exit this reality. And then they also showed me this symbol, the 689 symbol. So this is to illustrate the mechanics of how the 666 portal, which is the inverse matrix portal, the 666 is going to be changed to 9 through the passing through the 888 Stargate portal. So the way it works is you see the 6, it passes through the 888 portal, and 6 through the energy of 8 is reversed into the 9. So they showed it to me as like, this is galactic numerology, galactic astrology, and numbers are also carry symbols and sacred geometry energies within them, and they have transformational ability. So think of 8 as a transformer that takes the 6 and transforms it with the 2 O's upside down into a 9. So 999 is the opposite of the 666 inverted matrix codes. 999 is freedom codes.
Yes.
And we're going to be achieving freedom after these portals.
Yes. So
On a consciousness level, they can't control us anymore.
You guys got that, right? The 6, in order to become 9, so when 6 is flipped over, so 666 is the inverse slavery, inverse matrix codes of slavery. And we talked about in this video how we're going through a massive abundance portal. For 666 to be flipped to 999, which is September 9th, 2025, 6 first goes through a transformer, because when 6 is like going to 999, it first lies on its side and it becomes an 8. And then it flips to the 9. So basically right now we're going through some mega portals. And really, in plain and simple words, what that means is the 999 portal. And as
somebody
we're walking
said they turned and saw 999 on a license plate.
Wow. So as we're walking through this 888 portal, this August Lions Gate, it's literally showing us where we're heading. Yes. We're heading right into the 999.
We're heading into a beautiful golden age, my friends. What we're being shown is that all of this chaos and confusion will die out. All of these sinister agendas and desperate attempts will die out. And within the next decade, we're being shown clear, sunny skies where everybody is on the same page. All the agendas have been exposed. All the dark ones have been cleaned up, and they've exited this matrix system. And the matrix system has completely dismantled, and it's turned into this organic heaven on earth where we grow our own food, and we just have community celebrations. And all this is going to happen within our lifetime. It's not going to happen in our children's lifetime.
And last year, we had a prophecy. We made a channeled message saying New Earth is literally going to start very concretely embodying in the grids by 2024, early 2024. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember, we said that. And we're literally seeing that happen. Tulum is a major New Earth hub, just like many other hubs are literally activating. There's so many people who've said to me, Eldor and Saman, we felt this call to be in Tulum right now. And we felt it too. It's just this calling, and many people are magnetizing. But there's other people magnetizing, perhaps in Bali, perhaps in other vortices. I'm not familiar with other ones, but there's many. This is literally happening right now. And by the way, I completely forgot. I'm glad I remembered now. When is it? In 2 weeks. Guys, when is the next NEMS event? So we're having an ancestral lineage healing event at the New Earth Mystery School. It's coming up. Give me the date, somebody. It's coming up, and it's going to be online on Zoom. No, they'll give it to us.
Yeah.
So if that's this is highly in the energy right now.
Saturday, April 13th.
Saturday, April 13th.
1:30 p.m. Tulum.
1:30 p.m. Tulum time. Perfect. Thank you. We're doing an ancestral lineage healing because that's another marker to take off all this burden. Because listen, all of us, we came to this planet incarnated to our birth families to inherit their karma. And what I mean by that is, let's say your dad watched a lot of porn. Let's say your mother was stingy. Let's say your mother didn't love you. She didn't know how to care for you because she was so numb because of your dad's toxic masculine ways. I'm just making examples. You are here to clear and heal the last 7 generations of ancestral karma because you are a light worker. You took this contract upon yourself, just like all of us did before we came in. And that's why many of us have incarnated to the heaviest of 3D energies. We're not like those happy families, those 3D families. We're so happy and we're like love and light. No. Many of us are like, we incarnated in the heaviest 3D families.
We're
and that's
happy
because,
now, but we created that happiness.
Right? So this ancestral healing is a big jump again. I would highly recommend you guys look into it. Where do you get more information? You go to our website, which is nems.love. So www.nems.love, and you'll see it there. Or you can go directly to the page, which is nems.love/nems. You'll see ancestral lineage healing. And there's 2 ways you can attend. One is you can just become a mystery school member, which is $88 a month. Every month, we bring you a signature, sizzling hot, cutting edge healing or event or whatever. So every month, you basically are getting something, and you have the replay of all the past events. Or you can just get a single event pass for $111 saying, I don't want to get your past event replays. I just want to come for this one event. I do not recommend this. I recommend you get a membership because you can cancel anytime, but that's up to you guys. But just attend. So it's April 13th, 1:30 p.m. Tulum time, which is 2:30 p.m. New York. And it's about a 2.5-hour online event on Zoom. We will see you guys
Knowing
there.
our events, it might be 3-4 hours.
No, it won't be that long. One of my commitments is to not go over by more than half an hour. At most, it'll be 3 hours.
Yeah, we end up over-giving and taking our time.
No. Awesome, you guys. We love you guys so much. Please share. If this video resonated, please join this. We are the House of Ra. Saman and I just got aligned to who we are. We are the House of Ra, which is, we're even going to make it a hashtag. We are the House of Ra. And I mean that for all of you. If you guys really feel that you are from the family of the Law of One, claim it. You are also the House of Ra. We're all the House of Ra. And we are here, as the guides aligned us, I'm aligning you. We are here to embody and anchor new earth frequencies on this planet. We are doing some of the most exciting work. We love you too. Thank you for all your hearts.
Oh, thank you for all the love you guys
Bye,
are
you
sharing.
guys. Have an amazing evening or night, wherever you guys are. Please share, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye everyone.